So the prizes are pretty much just bragging rights. But you see those water bottles over there, those sports bottles?
Yeah, we get a lanyard.
My last video, I told y'all that we were working hard, preparing, and I went to LA because this is like the final reveal, final everything. So I'm excited to see how it goes. It's a competition, so there's 3 other teams. So we will see how it plays out. I'm gonna take y'all with me. So the prizes are pretty much just bragging rights. But you see those water bottles over there, those sports bottles?
Yeah, we get a lanyard.
That's the...
We get a water bottle.
That's the gag right there. Water bottle and a lanyard. Yeah. Really cheesy, but we work real hard, so I deserve a lanyard and a water bottle. You know?
A lanyard through the water bottle, hang it around your neck.
That's true. Okay.
I want a job as a reward if we win. We're just gonna be like,
right. We need, yes.
I just want my naming rights royalties.
That's right. Exactly. You need that. Welcome to the symposium. We are so glad that you are here. We are the Wall Street Journal team. My name is Char'Nese Turner.
My name is Colin B.
I'm Hafsa Lodi.
My name is Anne-Marie Metzendorf.
And I'm James Wilkinson.
And as Francesco said, we were tasked by the Wall Street Journal to define this generation's ambitions, their news consumption habits, and how they interact with the Wall Street Journal. We also produce product recommendations to best serve those findings and that the journal will use to test our insights. The Wall Street Journal has been a trusted business source since 1889. It was one of the first newspapers to implement a paywall, and it is constantly reinventing itself, which is why this project is so important. We had more than 300 survey participants. We conducted 3 focus groups, and with the green light from Francesco at the Wall Street Journal, we are ready to unveil our quest toward this generation's ambitions. My team and I are about to take you on quite the trip, so buckle your seatbelt, keep hands and feet inside the vehicle, and hold all comments until the end of the presentation. I must warn you though, we had a big task. The Wall Street Journal's current average consumer is Mark. He's a 43-year-old business owner, earns more than $200,000 a year. He reads the journal daily for market insights and ways to expand his business. He's one of the 42 million digital subscribers to the journal. However, we have Lauren. She is a 22-year-old recent grad working at a PR firm in Chicago. She goes to her phone for news and consumes it in quick bits. She likes to research industry professionals so that she can one day create her own blueprint for her own success. Like many others in her generation, she has $35,000 in student loan debt. That is $5,000 less than her yearly salary. So the content of the journal doesn't really align with her interests, and so she does not subscribe. However, with the 5-step design thinking process that Francesco mentioned, we were able to design and craft solutions that best fit the need of both the client and the consumer.
The product itself is multi-channel in nature, and it has to have a distinct voice, whereas the content that our audience is looking for must be aspirational as well as affirmational. And with that, I'll turn this over to Anne-Marie.
We think the answer to this question lies within a brand extension, and we'll go through a couple of reasons why. First, a brand extension would allow us to create content that is tailored to young readers. Our goal is not to alter the content strategy of the Wall Street Journal, but creating a brand extension and allowing us to step away from the brand a little bit allows us to create a new content with that distinct voice that reaches the young readers without making the core readers right now feel like they aren't being heard. Next, a brand extension allows us to create a lifelong relationship with the Wall Street Journal for these young readers. In a lot of our focus groups, our participants said they're going to subscribe to the Wall Street Journal in 10 years. It's something they plan to do, but they just don't have the budget or the content isn't relevant enough for them right now. Introducing a brand extension at a younger age allows us to create that relationship with a trustworthy publication younger and keep them as subscribers longer. Next, what we're proposing is not completely out of left field. Like Francesco said, the Wall Street Journal is doing a lot of efforts internally to hit this goal. One of them being hiring 2 Young Voices editors to create content specifically for this audience. Our last point that actually ties all of this together, it allows us to utilize the strength of the Wall Street Journal brand. So again, in our focus groups, our participants really actually respected the journal and again, plan to subscribe to it. They just can't justify doing it right now. However, we can tie that brand strength into the brand extension and utilize that strength to hit this audience more intensely than the Wall Street Journal is doing right now. So I would like to introduce our brand extension for the Wall Street Journal, The Journey. The Journey is the go-to news source for ambitious young people. It equips them to navigate their future and towards their ambitions.
So our first stage would be focused on just creating a minimum viable product, something that can be launched easily using existing technology. The second phase is going to be focused on audience loyalty and revenue generation. The third phase, the full implementation phase, is primarily focused on converting people to full Wall Street Journal subscriptions.
We're really excited about the journey. We're obviously excited that we met the challenges that the Wall Street Journal asked of us. We're equally excited that this is a profitable venture, but what we're most excited about is that we are opening an entirely new audience for the Wall Street Journal. There are 140 million Gen Zs and millennials in the US, and these are people who right now look at the Wall Street Journal and say, this doesn't apply to me. They're waiting 10, 15 years to start subscribing. And this is a huge market that will now be looking at the Wall Street Journal immediately. It's an area that they're missing, and now they will have with the journey. This is an audacious journey that we're proposing, but it's one we hope you'll join us on. Thank you.
Is we could use the appendix more.
Okay, what
I
other
tried
critiques do you
to pull it
have?
up. I didn't want to try.
How are you feeling?
Because I knew I wanted to show the research when I talked about it, but I didn't want to search for it.
How are you feeling?
Accomplished and amazing.
What about you, Senator?
I'm nervous. I'm ready to find out.
Senator Wilkinson.
Yeah.
We're in a good spot.
We're in a good spot.
We are.
Hey, hey, Hung. How are you feeling?
Taking a video?
Yes. How are you feeling?
Oh my
For her
gosh.
blog.
I should have done a much more formal interview.
You said what? Okay.
Do you want to see how are you feeling? Do you want me to turn it around?
Okay, yeah, we do like this.
Okay. How are you feeling?
I am feeling accomplished, like you said. What did you say?
I said accomplished.
Accomplished 2 times, and then third is what?
Nervous.
Nervous. It's all of that, but I'm more excited for that.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah.
We sold it.
Heck yeah.
So now it's just time to get our coin.
Yeah. Get our coin.
Yes. Get the prize money.
Get the prize money.
Shout out to Emery. She did all of the. Give me a prop or something. She did all of our.
I didn't do this, but I did the
But you
presentation.
did. Look, like this right here, the journey.
I did this part.
That's
all
what,
of
that's
that
what happened
is
last year. Like,
Yes.
I was just waiting because I
Remember her face, she's going to be a star. Remember her face, she's going to take care of your baby.
She's the best.
Yes.
Great team. We are a good team.
Remember her face?
in this exact outfit.
She's going to be famous one day. But you said you're going to go back to China. You're not going to be in the U.S., right? Okay, so remember her face in China. She's going to come and make some change back home. Yeah. James is just going to be James.
James is going to be a senator.
What?
A senator from Colorado, yes.
Okay, so in our tradition, we'll start with number 3. Number 3 is broken.
Woo!
Number 2, the Wall Street Journal. And number 1, the Associated Press.